Hey my beautiful Pisces peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ant from CancerMoonsTarot and we're coming at you guys with your end of April into early May 2024 tarot reading. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. I do want to note before we go ahead and get started, if you're interested in personal reach, check out my website. It's going to be CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description box below if you're interested. Anyhow though, Pisces, we're going to get on into it guys and see what we got going on. So, what information and insight is jumping on in here for Team Pisces, please? Throughout the end of April into early May, what do we got going on here for you? Let's go ahead and check it out. We got a couple cards just flying on out, Pisces. 3 of Swords, a 6 of Pentacles, and a 6 of Wands. Nice. I like the 6 of Wands and the 6 of Pence, but the 3 of Swords showing up for you is definitely interesting for sure. Now, I want to begin here with the 3 of Swords. Typically, this could represent the energy of pain and heartbreak, but it also could just be about separation. I feel like you definitely needed to separate yourself from something that was causing you pain, and a lot of you are definitely moving into higher spirits with the 6 of Wands here paired to the 6 of Pentacles. So this, by the way, is just like a quick read over here. I'm going to get into your official reading in a second, but from what I'm picking up on here for you Pisces right off the bat is you're moving into better spirits. You are detaching yourself, removing yourself from what's been painful in your life, and if you've needed healing, healing is finally beginning and starting to take place for you, and it's exciting. You get to feel like you are finally finding peace again, and that excites you for the foreseeable future. You feel like you're on a good path. Okay, congratulations guys. Healing is a journey where it's different for everybody. One of my favorite sayings I tell people is that there is literally no timestamp on healing. Like when you heal is when you heal. But I think for a good majority of you, if you've been dealing with something that was incredibly painful for a long time, it's nice to see that things are finally leveling out for you and balancing out for you, and it's definitely something you've needed. So I love it, Pisces, okay? Anyhow, though, what do we got going on for you? We're going to get about 2 more shuffles, and we'll get right on into the read, okay? Information and insight here for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, end of April into early May. Let's go ahead and begin, guys, and see what is up. Starting out with the overall energy for you, we have here a 3 of Wands. So 3 of Wands can be a card of waiting for your ships to come in. You know, it often represents waiting for what's coming next in your life. Now, what has been Pisces' main focus here, or what will be their main focus throughout the remainder of the next 3 weeks? And we have here the 3 of Cups. Cool. So we got 2 3s showing up. Nice. I feel like this is trying to say, like, I am looking for a happy chapter in my life. I've kind of been waiting for a happy chapter to come by, but I think that this is the time right now for me to bring the happy chapter to myself. I feel like a lot of you are realizing, like, I can't wait for things in my life to change. I just need to be the change. And 3 of Cups here says, I want to enjoy my life more. So I think your main focus recently has been to enjoy your life more. Maybe you're getting out more in the next 3 weeks and being more social. Maybe you're planning more things for yourself, giving yourself more fun activities to do. Because I feel like for you, it's like life has just seemed like I haven't had a moment to enjoy myself, and I'm ready to bring more time and set aside more time to actually enjoy the life experience that I have. So this is about making sure you're prioritizing having more fun in life, enjoying your life more, making the most of things more, rather than just waiting for the good times to come. To tell you the truth, good times come when you create and pave the way for those good times. And I feel like that's exactly what many of you are trying to do over the next 3 weeks. It's like, I need to be the good time. I need to create the good times if I very much so want to enjoy it. So you are doing what you can here to enjoy yourself a heck of a lot more. And as you should, moving along here forward, how are Pisceans here going to be navigating through this focus? What will they be doing to achieve this goal? We have a King of Swords, we have an Ace of Pentacles, hell yeah, and we have here a 5 of Cups paired to a 8 of Pentacles as well. King of Swords says, I need to be serious about making sure that what I'm spending my time doing is going to be getting me a good return on investment. I need to make sure I'm spending my time wisely. I don't want to live the rest of my life working my heart out every day and never having any time with my family. I don't want to spend the rest of my life doing everything for other people and never having a moment of peace and fun to myself. I need to make sure that I set boundaries, and I need to make sure that I abide by those boundaries and other people abide by those boundaries as well. So boundaries, Pisces, are starting to get enforced, and that's going to bring forth a lot of opportunity, I feel, for you to remove miserable people, miserable situations, all the things that you've had investments in that really don't serve you. The moment these boundaries come into play, it's like, whoa, I could see everything that doesn't serve me, and immediately I'm ready to remove those things out of my life that don't serve me too. So I feel like moving into the end of April here, coming into like the first 2 weeks of May, like you're going to be at a point where it's like, I am just not going to tolerate anymore the things in my life that suck the soul out of me. I'm not going to tolerate the things in my life that make me feel stuck. I have one life. I'm going to live it up and enjoy it. I feel inspired to do that. So I need to set boundaries. And if there are people in my life who are miserable people, they're not having access to me anymore. If I'm in miserable situations that I've invested in, I'm revoking my investment and I'm learning to enjoy life a little more, because you never know. We have today, we don't know about tomorrow, so we might as well live it up today. I feel like a lot of you guys are really going to be in that energy. So you're getting to work here on removing misery. Pisceans are saying, even though misery loves company, I will no longer be the company to that fucking misery. Hell yeah, babe. I love it. Let's go ahead and keep it moving forward. Let's see what good things are happening for you over the next 3 weeks. What good things are happening and coming in here for Pisces over the next 3 weeks, please. We have here a Queen of Cups, hello, and we have here a Wheel of Fortune. Emotionally, the whole entire mood, feeling, and vibe is shifting for you, okay? And what I mean by this is that you're about to move into really good energy. Now, you yourself are going to be in quite a good energy over the next 3 week period, but I think you're going to notice the better you feel, it's like the better the kind of people around you are beginning to feel too. You know, when you're in a certain vibration, you attract people who are sitting on that same exact frequency. So you're going to notice the people you're around feel just as good as you. The situations around you are just as good as what's going on with you in your personal life. So there's going to be a change in the vibe of your environment, and it's going to feel a lot more less serious and intense, and it's going to feel a lot more relaxed, upbeat, and positive. And I feel like it's definitely something you've needed. So it's cool to see that coming in for you. What other information do we have here about good things happening for Pisces? We got here a Strength card, and we have here an Empress card too. Congratulations for some of you. There may be a pregnancy happening. Now, I do want to say, of course, if you're a Pisces who's like, Aunt, I ain't looking to get pregnant anytime soon, you know what they say? Don't be silly, have him wrap his willy, and that will simply be that. So if you're not interested in pregnancy, it probably won't resonate to you anyhow, but if you are active, just be safe while you're active, if you will. I'm not trying to turn this into, something dirty. So y'all get the gist, So either way, though, Empress can signify pregnancy. If you were intending on having a pregnancy, or if it's a happy little accident, Bob Ross, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Now, moving along here forward, though, we got a Strength card paired to this Empress, and Empress is typically representative of growth, right? So growth is all about where you're taking your life and where you're trying to take your, how do I say this? Where you're just trying to be in general in your life going forward, and the energy you want to carry going forward. So I think for a lot of you guys with the Strength card showing up here too, it's like, I want to access all the strength that I can within myself to look past the hard and intense moments I've went through and appreciate the good moments that are in front of me right now. But I'm ready here to no longer focus on the bad things I went through, and I want to take all the strength I have within me to focus on growing a happy life going forward. I'm not sure where all this inspiration is coming from. Actually, I did a pre-shuffle for you guys, and one of the cards that came out in specifics was the Three of Swords, and it was the Three of Swords paired with a Temperance card, which is representative of healing. I think that in the next 3 weeks for you, a lot of you are starting to see that you've healed from a lot of the past wounds you've had. And I think that the great things we're seeing going ahead now is you're not holding on to those wounds anymore. You're not letting those become scars that are open. If anything, they're battle scars that made you stronger as a person and motivated you even more to live a happier and healthier lifestyle. Because I feel like for you, you're saying to yourself, enough is enough. Like, I've went through enough suffering and I don't need that in my life anymore. It's my time to be happy. But I have to remember, nobody is also going to make me happy. I make myself happy, right? Like, nobody's going to bring the good times. I have to be the good time, right? So I'm done waiting for my life to just spontaneously change. I want to be the change and make sure that I'm invoking good vibes out there and doing good things for myself to get a good return on what I invest into. So that's really wonderful here to see for sure. Moving along forward, guys, let's get one more batch here for you. What other good things are happening here for Pisces throughout the remainder of April into May, early May? We got a star card. Love that. And we also have here the Three of Cups coming out again. If you're wondering why there is duplicates in this specific tarot deck. So yeah, star card says, I feel like I'm finally on a path where I can be happy. I just feel inspired to be happy. I feel inspired to work on myself and work on my life. I feel inspired to be positive. I feel inspired to have a good outlook on myself. I don't know, man. You're hit with like a wave of positive energy. But you know what they say, man? Positivity is infectious, okay? It literally can spread from one person to another. So I'm not sure if you had somebody in your life who's maybe been very inspiring for you, Pisces, that's helping you along the way. Maybe some of you watching this reading right now was all the inspiration you needed to say, hey, I'm so ready to live a good life and put aside all the things I went through and be grateful for the good stuff in front of me and just focus on having a good time and enjoying myself more. So maybe this reading is that inspiration you've needed. But I think a lot of you are getting hit with that, and it's a good feeling, you know? Maybe it's what's going on astrologically. I have no clue. I don't keep up with the stars, even though I wish I was more of an astrologer, if you will. But yeah, I think throughout the next 3-week period, it's just, I feel so inspired to be happy, man, and so inspired to just live a better life and enjoy myself more and cherish moments more. And there is nothing that's going to stop me from being in this energy. So I'm so glad that I feel in tune to a good path. Star card. Beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's keep it moving forward. Pisces, I'm just going to go over if there's any challenges coming up for you. Then we'll look into things that you may want to avoid, and then we'll close the reading here with an outcome, okay? So let's go ahead and hop into it. We're almost at the home stretch. So Pisces, is there anything that may be challenging for Pisces? Is there any challenge showing up here throughout the remainder of the 3 weeks that they may need to pay attention to? And we got a moon card, so your feelings and emotions, right? Now, the moon card is the card that represents the zodiac sign of Pisces. And of course, the moon card is talking about how emotions can shift and emotions can change. Now, keep in mind, over the next 3-week period, you know, you're doing your best to be as positive as you can, and you're doing your best here to enjoy yourself more. Just know, like, there might be times where you're not feeling your best over the next 3 weeks. Maybe you have a day and you're like, I don't know, I just don't feel amazing today. Know that that's okay. You know, you have feelings at the end of the day. You know, you're also in the process of healing right now, so of course feelings are going to come up for you, but don't let that deter you from keeping a positive mindset. A lot of people often mistake positivity and happiness as the same thing, and they're in reality two different things. Positivity is like, it doesn't matter how, you know, dark everything is in my life right now. It's knowing that you're going to get to the light, you know? Positivity is knowing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, life might suck right now, but I'm sure and I'm positive that it's going to be for the best, right? So positivity is like knowing that you're going to get through what you need to get through no matter what. Like, you can still be sad and be positive at the same time. Like, hey, I'm a little hurt about something that I was reminded about or something I'm thinking about, but I know that I'm going to make it through, right? I know that I'm going to be okay. So having a positive mentality is going to be the most important part. I just feel like for some of you, the challenge could be on some of those days where maybe you're not feeling your best, and it could feel like, okay, well, I'm not feeling my best today, so, you know, what's the point of having a positive attitude? Having a positive attitude is knowing that things are inevitably going to keep on getting better for you and that you're going to get through the tough and difficult things you have in front of you. So don't give up hope and don't give up positivity. Keep on pushing through, keep on carrying on. And even if today may not be a good day, we will make sure tomorrow's a great day too, okay? Or we will do everything within our power to make today even better if we can. Maybe we had a bad morning. Let's have a great afternoon and a great night. Everything has to do with the energy you decide to show up in. So if you have a sad day or some sad moments throughout a day, that doesn't have to define your whole day. You get to choose how you define your whole day. So you can go forward, if you choose to, with a positive mindset and say, maybe this morning sucked, let's make the rest of the day better, right? You always have that power. So I do see a challenge being a little bit of emotional times that might come up over the past 3 weeks. It doesn't mean that, you know, the 3 weeks are going to be bad. It just means let's work through it and keep a positive morale and know that everything will be okay. All right. All right, guys, moving forward. Let's see if there's anything you might want to avoid during this time frame. So is there anything Team Pisces here might want to avoid throughout the remainder here of April into May, early May? We have the Fool card here. We have the World card here. Definitely avoid making any sort of impulsive decisions, okay? Granted, Mercury went direct. We're still going to have the after shadow period for about 2 more weeks. So this is saying to me, try to avoid any sort of impulse decisions. Especially surrounding finances and money. Don't make any sort of big financial purchases or decisions moving into the first 2 weeks of May. Give yourself some time before you actually give it more time, more thought is what I want to say, before you make any sort of money or financial moves. All right, so really think things through financially before you make any sort of big purchases. You don't want to be impulsive about that. You also don't want to be impulsive as well about any sort of career shifts and changes, or even any sort of romantic changes too. So essentially the universe is trying to say, remove impulse, okay, and focus your best on thinking things through as much as possible. Try to really see the pros and cons of every situation. Try to just really think things through is the best way to put it, okay? Try not to be impulsive is what I would avoid, Pisces. Now, moving along here forward, everybody, we have here a 9 of Wands, and that's going to be paired to the Magician. So the Magician card is the card, like I said earlier, about how you decide to show up. It's about the energy you decide to bring to the table. 9 of Wands, however, is a card that could be about a person who's very to themselves, keeps to themselves, doesn't open up, doesn't express. So what do you want to avoid, Pisces? Avoid being emotionally withdrawn during this time period. This is not the time to be emotionally shut down. This is the time to be expressive. Express yourself if you're happy, express yourself if you're angry, express yourself if you're sad. Do not bottle up any feelings and emotions during this time frame, as it's not going to aid you or help you throughout your journey. It's only going to cause more frustration within yourself, right? Pisces, you're looking to enjoy yourself more, to feel better emotionally, to be in a better space mentally too. The last thing you want to do is bottle up feelings and emotions, so try to be as expressive as possible is what the universe is saying here too. Now lastly, is there anything else Pisces might want to avoid during the remainder here of April into early May? We have here a Knight of Pentacles, and we have here an 8 of Wands. I feel like you also may want to avoid making any sort of long-term commitments. Now, I remember what I said to you earlier with the Fool card to the World card. Try not to make any sort of impulsive decisions for sure, but also try not to make any sort of long-term commitments. This could be about signing a lease on a car, signing a lease on a home. Like I said, guys, the retrograde energy is still lurking around a little bit, so before you make any big choices like that, you really want to think things through. So any long-term decisions or long-term action that's going to have to be about your commitment and devotion, you might want to not kind of tie yourself down to anyone or anything right now at this time. I think that you want to wait to get yourself into a good space mentally first and a good space energetically first before you make any of these choices and decisions. Because essentially, your reading is trying to say, Pisces, right now, this is a time to do you, to prioritize you, and it's a time for your happiness to be at the forefront and for you to do what you can to claim that happiness and have it in your life. And, you've went through a lot that has been painful, but you're ready here to not be in a painful place anymore. Like, I'm just done being hurt, like I'm ready for a good life, dude. I'm ready to fucking live it up. So with that being said, just try to steer clear of anything long-term right now that's going to be a devotion or a commitment, because that might take time away from you working on yourself here, which is the main focal point of the entire read. So I would just watch out for that. Okay. All right, guys. Lastly, let's see your overall outcome, and Pisces, we're good to go. So what's going to be the overall outcome here for Pisces throughout the remainder here of April and early May? What do we got? And we got here, the 9 of Swords paired here to the 4 of Swords. I love it. 9 of Swords is a card here that represents feeling unhappy, feeling frustrated, feeling anxious. 4 of Swords is a card of removing yourself from whatever energy we're talking about, and what you're removing yourself from is the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is often a card that kind of like represents a never-ending nightmare. And I think for many of you, that's what your previous couple months might have felt like. Maybe you have felt like you've been living a never-ending nightmare, but you've decided the nightmare is finally going to be over because I'm waking the fuck up. I'm done being unhappy. I'm done being hurt. I'm not living my life anymore as if it's a nightmare. I'm going to live my life as it's a fucking daydream. If I want to be happy, I can be. I don't need people in my life who make me unhappy. I don't need to give my energy to situations that make me unhappy. This career doesn't serve me. Fuck it. Let's move into something different, right? At the end of the day, whatever has been a living nightmare for you, you are done giving your energy to that. And you are choosing to give your energy to stuff that is so much better for your personal well-being, because your well-being is everything. And I think we're going to see this collectively too, not even just for you, Pisces, moving into May. By the way, you will have an official May reading, but not even just about moving into May. For Pisces alone, I think everybody's going to start to see this is a time that our well-being matters. I feel like a lot of people over the past couple months since January have noticed, like, maybe we haven't cared too much about our well-being, but you're going to finally see it be prioritized here throughout this time frame. And it's going to be really good for you, man. I think you're going to feel like you're in such high spirits in comparison to before, and I'm happy to see you guys in a much better space. Okay? Pisces, I love you. This was a quick read. Enjoy it, guys, and I will catch you all in the next video for you, okay? I'll catch you in your official May reading, all right? All right, Pisces, I love you. Take care, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.